Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Clash Royale. Right now, the Crown Championship Challenge is going on, where you can get all the way up to 20 wins, 250,000 gold. I want that so bad. But I found a really good deck. That's super cool. It's this Three Musketeer lightning bait kind of thing, cycle, sort of. It's just kind of a weird, cool deck. Basically, I have only ever lost once with it. And my second attempt at the challenge, which was the one I managed to somehow get to 13 wins. Craziness. Which is saying something, because, my past classic challenge has not been too great, and those are only classic challenges, which is not that good of a thing. But let's just quickly look at the battle log. I fought all kinds of decks. Oh, Expo deck did pretty good against that. A couple Executioner, Tornado decks. I fought this one here, another Pekka deck, which worked. He did so good. He just had great plays, and I made some major mistakes, which is why that one was kind of a terrible loss if we ever look at the replay. But other than that, we pretty much had just straight three crowns after I started using it. It was just total destruction. Down here is where it starts to get tons of losses because I was trying some weird golem deck with a mirror. Wasn't too good. But you do have to have the E-Wiz for it. But if you have the E-Wiz and all these other cards, use this deck. It is so good. It can take out anything. In fact, let's look at some of these replays just because these are the high up replays where I was at 13 wins or 12 wins. So here, this was my 13th win. We'll just look at it really quick. Double times the speed so you can kind of get an idea of how this deck can work. So you start off with the Elixir Collector. You've got to get the Elixir Collectors going. If you can get 3 Musketeers as well as a Pekka in front to tank, it's so strong. It's so crazy strong. So right here we've got our Pekka just to kind of counter all that he's building up to here. E-Wiz to take out the bats. And then we'll actually slow it down again a little bit because it's going a little too crazy to say what's going on. Alright, so you just kind of take out that defense, kind of the way standard want to defend something. And then 3 muskets, since I know he's fairly low on elixir because I got some great elixir trades there. We'll zap. Should have zapped the skeleton army, but it actually turned out alright. So, not too bad there at all. Those 2 musketeers are going to go crazy on the tower until the Valkyrie comes and shuts them down. But we were able to get another pump, and then we could just drop the minions. Valkyries are done. So, that's good there. Then we could drop an Ice Golem just to make it so it's really deadly, but actually will not. Decided to just build up an elixir and start a proper Pekka push. As you can see, we've got a pump. We're at 7 elixir, my opponent's at 3. So we're in pretty good shape here. He's trying to make a push, which isn't going to turn out too well for him since he's just so dry on elixir. We'll just come and drop some skeletons to take out some hit points off that Night Witch, and then just drop the E-Wiz to take out once those bats spawn, so we can just take it out, and then Electro Wiz will just kind of get distracted, and then go and get a nice shot off on my opponent's Electro Wizard. All's good. Then we can use our minions just to stop any damage from that Electro Wizard. And here is where the deck gets really cool. If your opponent fireballs one of your elixir collectors or lightnings or something, then 3 musketeers come out to play. Because then there's just safe. It's so cool. I'll find a good replay for you showing that. Well, here we go. We'll build together a proper push. We'll get our Pekka to tank, the 3 muskets, and you can also use the Ice Golem kind of as a lightning rod, which is really cool there. But there we go. They got fireballed, which is kind of rough, but not too bad. We've got our E-Wiz in there just to reset everything. And we'll throw some minions into the mix, just because you can never go wrong with minions. He's actually going to drop the skeleton army right on top, but it's only going to take out like a single musketeer because those minions were in there to do so good. But we got 3 musketeers on the other side, so that elixir collector's doing great. We're actually going to be able to take out that left tower really solidly. And then here comes another Pekka straight on that right tower. Another E-Wiz, try to do something, but there's nothing you can do. There's just nothing he could do there at that point. So we'll find another replay. That was my 13th win. We'll just find another, I'll find another good replay showing off, actually right here is a beautiful one, my 12th win, showing how you can kind of use it as a bait deck in a way. So we'll start off with the Ice Golem because we don't have the Elixir Collector. So we'll just cycle a little bit with that, hopefully get some chip damage. We'll see what he's doing. He's actually going to go with the Hog Rider, so we'll drop the minions in the back and actually drop the Electro Wizard to stop it from killing the minions, because with the Zap as well as that Ice Spirit, the minions would have been gone, which would have been awful. So the Ice Golem was just distracting that Baby Dragon. Nothing's really happening, because unfortunately it's out of the range of the tower. I'd love to be able to drop my Elixir Collector, and I'm actually about to, because it's like, it'll take a little bit of chip damage, but I need that elixir. That elixir is what'll take me through this game. It's just going to get a lightning immediately, but I do get that first kick there, that first little bonus elixir right there. That helps a lot, actually, because then, yes, he got damage on the tower, but we gained one elixir, and he lost one overall. And the biggest thing, the lightning's gone. So, what's going to stop the three musketeers? Literally nothing. So, here we go. He's got a Pekka down. It's like, ooh, Pekka battle royale. You know, the Pekkas will go down. It'll be all intense. And then the three muskets just come and totally dominate there. We'll zap those bats. Probably didn't need to, looking back at it, but it's fine. So they'll just go in and do a pretty good job. That Ice Wizard did actually a really good job at defending there. Slow them down enough to actually save his tower overall. And we'll just drop an Ice Golem, because we don't need to overreact at all, because it's just a baby dragon. Don't want to overreact. It's never a good thing. And that worked so well the first time. We'll place an Elixir Collector on the other side this time, so that we can just spread out the damage a little bit more, so that the same tower doesn't get lightninged over and over again. It's like, are you going to do it? No, he's just going to go for a Hog Rider. So we'll drop Skellies. They're going to get zapped. So, E-Wiz. We'll do fine there. It should stop him from getting too many swings off. He just get a couple, but it's like, okay, are you going to lightning? No, you're not. You've learned from your mistake. Kind of set a full elixir there, but it wasn't too bad. So, it's like, okay, so he's saving up his lightning for sure for the three musketeers because they're devastating. And so we'll drop an Ice Golem along with the Pekka so that those two will get the lightning and save the three musketeers. So there's kind of a lightning rod, and then since the E-Wiz has fairly low health as well, we'll drop him in the mix too, since lightning will only take out two things. He tries to drop it way in the back and takes out two things, but misses the third because he was avoiding the Ice Golem and Pekka. We drop another Pekka, and there we go. That's pretty much game. He's going crazy on the right tower, but he's going to have to be forced to drop a Pekka. And with that, there's just not enough time to get to the tower, and there's victory. There is a good victory. And now we'll look at the one loss that we had and just kind of evaluate what things not to do with this deck here and what things to do. Alright, so here we go. We'll just start off, we'll just kind of fast forward a little bit just to skip this first part. Kind of boring. 2 Elixir Collectors. Pretty standard stuff. Messing around with the cards down there. And now here's where it starts to get more interesting. I go Ice Golem. He goes Pekka. I would have loved to go Pekka, but obviously it didn't have it in rotation yet. So we've got the Ice Golem in front to kind of tank a shot or two for the Pekka, while our Pekka can get in there so we can get an advantage. E-Wiz. E-Wiz to counter your E-Wiz, and then also to stun your Pekka. Fortunately, kind of missed with that poison. He could have hit my Electro Wizard, so that's kind of good for me. Get another swing there. Everything will just kind of just be even, I guess. But here was my first mistake. We'll pause it right here. If you see, I was like, okay, I didn't see the Battle Ram, so I dropped the Elixir Collector down there in the bottom, and now I'm just dry on Elixir. And so I've got to try to do something to stop this crazy push that's coming. I should have waited a little bit longer before dropping that Elixir Collector. I was a little overconfident there. We're actually going to end up almost losing the entire tower because of that. In fact, we may actually lose the tower. No, we'll barely have it. Barely. Poison away. That's not too good. But it's like, I've got such an advantage. We've got to keep up on pumps and trying to get a pump advantage. But that was just screaming, poison me. So there we go. He's going to get the tower there. Also, it's kind of a mistake. We could have just put it in the middle again, which would have been better. Actually, no, it would have been the same turnout, so it's fine. But here we go. It's like, hey, your poison's gone. So it's time for the Three Musketeers, my favorite thing. It's my favorite move. So many people, there's just nothing you can do about it. It's so good. So here we go. 3 muskets. It's like, okay, this should be pretty good. And then we'll get an Ice Golem in there, just in case he had a lightning, but he doesn't. I should have dropped that Ice Golem in front farther, but didn't. It's alright, though. We'll drop an E-Wiz on top of that Battle Ram. It's alright move. It's not too bad. We've got a pretty strong push going here. But that poison, along with that zap, is just going to be devastating to all my troops there. My push was a little too slow, and I couldn't take the tower. So now I've just got to try to pump up, and I don't know. At this point, it's like, okay, I needed that push to win. So let's try to peck at the bridge because we don't have that much time left. So I can't get 3 muskets. I guess skeleton so we can cycle to the E-Wiz just to stun his Electro Wizard to his Pekka. And so he just drops Bandit, Electro Wizard. The biggest mistake of this battle was dropping that pump a little too early. because I don't think I was at 10 elixir yet, so I just kind of dropped it, just like, okay, that push is basically over. It wasn't over, for sure not. So right here, there's not much I can do. Try to defend, I guess, stop a 3 crown, but there's no way I can get to that tower. So very good plays by my opponent there, and one crucial mistake there that I made. But if I had fixed that, I probably could have gone further. And in this challenge, this was my loss when I was at 13 wins. So if I had started the challenge with 0 losses, 0 wins, then I could have kept going, and that would have been my first loss, but it was my third. So I'm starting my last free entry to see if we can get all the way up to that legendary chest, and more importantly, the gold, honestly. I don't even care about the championship, because those of you who've been fans for a while, and if you're also sticking to this point in the video, then you've probably seen most of my other videos and know I'm not that good at the game. Honestly, I'm really not. So if I qualify for the championship, I guess I don't know. We'll just see if I decide to participate in that or just kind of not, because I don't. It'll be interesting to see if I can even make it to there. I don't even think I'll be able to make it to 20 wins, to be honest. But the coolest part about it is now in your battle in your profile, it now says 13 wins. Max wins is 13 or 20 or whatever, and you just can't get that unless you've gotten this far in this one specific tournament. So that's just kind of cool. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I highly recommend trying this deck, and I'll see you back in the next video.